What's up guys, welcome to the video. Today we're working on a budget-friendly bathroom refresh. Come join us. You just saw those clips, that's where we're at right now. I will insert a way before picture, before it was even painted, but as you can see it's painted already. This was actually just paint we had laying around the house, so it didn't cost us anything. Then what we're going to do next now is change this toilet seat and change this vanity. There's also a vent back there. You can kind of see it a little dark. We haven't been able to get to it because of the space here, because whoever put this vanity in here went a little oversized with it, and we haven't been able to switch that one. This is a 36-inch vanity, and we're going to shrink it down to a 30 just to make it a little bit smaller, because as you can see, it's not a very large bathroom. These are a couple small, quick upgrades that don't take too much effort, and it doesn't take too much skill level, and it's going to make a big difference, because you can already see the difference with just the paint. This bathroom is pretty old. I would say, is it from like the 80s?
I would say 70s or 80s.
This bathroom's from like the 70s or the 80s, but as you can see, everything's like in perfect shape, so that's why we really don't want to rip it completely apart, so we're just going to refresh it a little bit. Plus, we don't actually use the bathroom that often. Now, first thing we got to do is turn the water off. Then we got to get our wrenches, we got to disconnect our hoses and the drain. If you have an old house like mine, it's over 100 years old, sometimes these valves don't work amazing, so if you need to, you might have to go in the basement or to a lower level and shut off the water from there. Alright, so a quick little rundown of how to take the faucet off. This isn't really a how-to, but a couple little tips here and there. This, because you couldn't see that because it was all up out of the way, the faucet is held onto the, of course you're not going to thread it back on. The faucet is held onto the sink with this plastic that holds it down. There's your steel braided hose line is connected to the bottom of this. You got to take this off first, then take these off, then it comes out. So this is where we're at now. It's held in with these two bolts right here that are anchored into the wall. Hello. And this is part of the backing of it. So what I'm going to do, I have a little oscillating cutting tool. I'm going to actually cut around this so I don't have to take these fittings off. Because as you see right there, got this little hole. It's not going to fit over this. There's tile back there. Alright, that was an absolute disaster doing that for some reason. I don't know why it was so smoky, burning a lot. But now it looks like we just got to take these two bolts out, which are 10 millimeters, and this whole thing should just slide right out. Success! Wow, this bathroom feels huge right now. So this is actually best case scenario. Tile goes all the way to the wall and completely tiled around. We're just gonna have to get maybe a razor blade, clean this up. If anything, we might have to fill these holes because these are a little higher. Figure something out with that. And then gonna try to reuse these holes to mount it back up. They are off to the side, but it looks like it came down about here. And since we're going 30 inches instead of 36, it should only come over maybe about 3 inches, so might still be able to grab that hole. And now we also have access to this vent. Alright, so it's just resting in there. These 3 holes I'm hoping get covered when we put the sink on top. Where it was bolted into the wall was there and there. This thing, I'm not sure if it's centered right now. I might have to go over that way a little bit. But I'm going to assume these are studs. That hole and that hole. I'm going to mark it up higher, re-drill it, and then send the holes through this wood, and that'll be nice and sturdy to hold it against the wall. So screwing it in, it's maybe gave it a little bend, so I don't know if I'm going to have to put a shim behind that, but we'll see when we put the sink in, but pretty good. Level. Level this way too. Perfect. This was a pretty easy project. As you see, we really just did the toilet seat and the vanity. We splurged a little bit on the faucet because the one that came off, we decided we were going to try to paint it, then it looked a little ghetto, so decided to just go buy a new one. Turned out pretty good, happy with the decision. We're just, I think we're around like 400 bucks. We're under 400 bucks. Like I was saying earlier, paint we already had. We just got to throw some silicone around the sink and it's really done, so not bad. We also had to take 3 trips to Home Depot. That's why I'm wearing a different color shirt, because this is the next day when we decided to finish it. Because that damn vent, we had to go back to the store to get a new vent. We had to go back to the store again to get stuff for the drain, which we didn't know until the vanity was in place, but we couldn't put the vanity in place till the vent was in. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully this inspired you to do a quick refresh of your own. Let me know down below in the comments if you think it turned out good. This was a pretty budget-friendly project. Didn't take much time, didn't cause much stress. So I think it did a big change to the bathroom. Glad at how it came out. Let me know down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.